So I want to try using it as an actual currency, and then also as a store of value. So actually just hodl some Bitcoin,
hodl some more,
and maybe some Ethereum as well. So I just wanted to say, like, I've been listening to some podcasts and I've been going, yes, this makes sense, and this has happened in the past as well. On a grand sort of scale, as a big idea, it has, it ticks all the boxes for making sense. But there's the other side of it, which is what I really dislike, and that's some of the people related to it. And so what I'm talking about here is people on the forums, people on the YouTube comments, even some people in real life I've met who I'm like, all right, maybe this Bitcoin is a little bit of a scam, sort of. Maybe it doesn't have the legs to last the full long deal. So I want to think, what do you think about hustlers in the crypto world that you've seen?
Oh, goodness. I think there's a lot of stuff built into that sort of little soliloquy that you gave. I mean, it's pretty shit with all that banking stuff, though. That is horrible. One, I think, though, is...
And look, let's get it straight. I have no home loan. I have no mortgage. I have no... what do you call those? Margin loans. I have, like...
Nothing that should
I just have a bit of money in a bank account. That's all I have.
Yeah.
I don't even have a credit card. It's all debit.
Yeah. So I think probably one side I say is you're not having a problem with the bank as per se. You're having a problem with the bank's, I'd say, infrastructure or login play, which is what often causes the issues in a lot of these big systems. There's a lot of siloed issues, or maybe it could be a data issue. It could have been whatever the case, right? Just some siloed effort or something else happened in this big banking. But to think that wouldn't happen in Bitcoin or crypto,
yeah, and I'm
that'll happen probably the same rate, or if not more.
My brother's girlfriend, she transferred some one type of coin from one wallet to another wallet, but due to some technical errors, some changings of things, all that money, all those coins just disappeared. They're somewhere.
Just don't know where.
She can't get at them. She needs help from the, I guess, like, community there, because they're the ones who sort of
manage it,
I guess, okay, to help her out to get them, but they're not playing ball. So she lost, however much money. It was like a grand,
which is sizable for her. Yeah. I think what I think about the hustlers in that space. Yeah, I think you'd have to be really careful, even more careful, because there's going to be a lot of people who have a lot of knowledge of the space, and because they've got a knowledge, they've got an easier hook to pull you in, as opposed to something a little bit more tangible that more people know that have been around for hundreds of years. Like, we're talking shares, companies, that's been around for a long time. So it's a little bit harder to con someone. Still can. But I think a lot of the crypto world, there's a lot of hustlers out there. And I've started to see that now on TikTok a lot. So there's a couple of guys specifically who come out and be like, oh, join our Discord server, join this. If you'd listened to us from last week, you'd have made 1,000%. And I've started seeing a lot of people on Instagram now, posting on the daily, being like, oh, now I trade crypto at night. I trade crypto futures, which is essentially day trading with crypto. So it's Bitcoin, like, US trading deals.
Yeah.
Now, these are being done on different platforms that are not the standard, day trading platforms that you may use. Who knows where percentages being taken on. People make money for referring you, all this sort of stuff. So all of that and more that you'd normally find in the normal hustling sort of style, I reckon you'd find it there more.
Yeah.
The biggest problem I see, though, is actually I saw this either yesterday or today, was they did a massive graph comparison of every single altcoin and also Bitcoin and Ethereum. And out of
what would you say?
Altcoin. So alternative coins.
Altcoin.
So altcoin.
Yeah.
So of every altcoin ever created ever, and Bitcoin and Ethereum, there's actually Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I was going to say about 14 others. Every other altcoin has gone down. So at some point they've obviously go up, but in the general, it's a trend of going down. Now, will some of those alternative coins or new coins that come out be better? So sure. Will Bitcoin and Ethereum might continue to go high? Hell, I hope so. I got a lot of friends who've got a lot of Bitcoin. I hope it goes well for them, because I'm just thinking wealth in some of those people's hands means wealth in other areas, and that can contribute to the economy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Cool. I feel like the power play is in the cross-border use of things like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So, for those people who might be knowledgeable on it, back in the day, Bitcoin was used in the black market trades. That's how I used to buy everything in the Pirate Bay, et cetera, right? So that's
Silk
how people
Road,
say.
Web.
The reason you might go and do that is because, it wasn't traceable at the time. Is it traceable now? Yes. Actually, it was traceable at the time, just in a very, very hard way. still could be traceable using ledgers to put all your things. I think the jury's still out though. And what about the asset value? What's the actual value of the asset? If it becomes something that you use to actually pay for something and it's backed against something else, wonderful. I just think looking back at historical ways of fiat money or currency in general, they normally go through these big, humongous cycles of they've got to get backed against something that is tangible on this earth. Now, if it becomes tangible to a digital asset, maybe that's cool. Is Bitcoin the digital asset and then you have everything back to Bitcoin? Maybe that's true, because I guess we inherently give value to gold or materials because we use them for something else. So they've got value. We don't really use that with Bitcoin. So until we do it like Bitcoin or Ethereum for something, and I think Ethereum's probably going down the path of, yes, you can use Ethereum or Ether for actual building of applications onto the blockchain. That's fantastic. You don't really do that with Bitcoin though. Like if it is for purchases, what is it going to undoubtedly be back to? So I
think Bitcoin will be backed by koalas.
Oh yeah, by the ASX folks, backing them in koalas. I think it'd be, if I had to say it, because I've also been similarly thinking, okay, I'm making some good gains lately on some shares. Excellent. But what about crypto? I'm zero in crypto. There is nothing for me in crypto. So I'm like, okay, do I look into crypto? Do I not? I guess it falls back to, well, do I need to? Like, I mean, if it's like, oh, well, I've got to make 1,000% a week. Like, is it really that? I mean, it'd be nice. It's not going to change much in my world. In our previous meanderings, we were talking about, we're kind of people who are fine with living with just the things that we need, which are comfortable to us, not like some over-exorbitant laptop or whatever it may be. So, like, do I need it? It'd be good, be fun. But, yeah, maybe I don't really care. I actually saw someone else post this he was a property developer, and he got asked, actually, I forget his name, Emil Jurovic. He's the owner or creator, founder of NGU Real Estate here in Queensland, and I think he's trying to explain that. Well, someone asked him a question about, when are you going to get into crypto? Are you going to get into crypto? And he's like, well, I just do the things that I know well, which for him is property. And maybe he's making less money than he could in crypto. A lot of people are. But if you know it well and you have a passion in it, then cool. I just feel like, you might lose that passion or the want to be doing it purely for the monetary gains.
Yeah. I mean, like, just a quick argument against that would be, there's people who are really good xylophonists, and
true,
how often do or guitars, and, how often does that get used? So,
mate, Jordan, guitars, mate. You got a Dream Theater. You got a great guitar player.
Yeah, fucking never heard of him. He's a piece of shit.
But he's a great pianist and guitar. Jordan Rudess.
There you go.
Very, very good.
No, so why this brought it up for me was, like I mentioned, so the podcast I was listening to, Tim Ferriss has had a couple, and Lex Fridman has had a couple. So,
yes, that's true.
That's where I was getting at. And so, if you go into like Tim Ferriss, I actually watch his on YouTube because I'm one of those people. And if you look in his comment section there, which is usually pretty small because he doesn't have video for most of his things, there was just that. It was a train wreck from start to finish, where it was like, the comments we'll sometimes get was like, I owe my life to Herbert Dennis. He's been such a supporting friend and stuff like this.
It was Bitcoin.
It was like that, but no, just on YouTube comments, and there was 30-40 comments of all saying like, Frank Bugatti, he's the crypto expert in Bitcoin. I've made such good gains thanks to Frank Bugatti. And then it's like, Frank Bugatti, my longtime friend. Oh man, just talking about this. So I'm just seeing everywhere the hustlers and scammers like take their opportunity wherever it is, boom, they're in there. They're in there hard and deep. So,
well, I mean, sometimes you got to realize like, why is it that someone's going out of the way to try and help you out? Like, is it coming from a genuine wanting of trying to make the world a wealthier place? Like, is that it? I'm going to say it's one of. There's probably two people in the whole of the world that do that.
Don't you talk shit about Frank Bugatti?
Yeah. Frank Bugatti's trying to make you money. Go make some money, folks.